The Young and the Restless spoilers and preview for next week reveal a thrilling and joyful week ahead. Jill is back in Genoa City and surprises Victor Newman with a bold move. Jack brings Ashley Abbott home as she returns to join the festivities. The week also features a reunion for the Hamilton family, as Cheen Lawson will debut as Harmony and Lauren Lott will reprise the role of Anna Hamilton. Jill's sudden visit to Victor and a warning. The Y&R preview video for the week of November 11 to November 15, 2024 is out. It suggests that a lot of drama will surface amid the celebration. The video begins with a surprise visitor at Victor Newman's office. It will be none other than Jill Abbott, who will be there to greet and meet Victor. After which, Jill will exclaim to Victor that she doesn't like to be kept waiting, and he should know that. Well, obviously, Jill Abbott is back in town to attend Devin Hamilton Winters and Abby Newman Abbott's wedding. But she will make sure to pass her message to Victor. The duo seems ready to give each other a tough fight, as Victor might tell Jill that he hopes she recovers well and steadily, which could be another way to call her weak. Meanwhile, Jill will insist that she's indeed doing well and can handle any threat coming towards her company. As regular viewers know, Victor has been planning to take over Jill's Abbott Chancellor, for which he keeps targeting Billy Abbott. Victor will even want Nikki Newman to run the company after he successfully takes control. However, Jill will make it loud and clear to Victor that it's not going to be easy. He has to either back off or face a tough fight. Clearly, the tussle is going to be hard, and it'll be worth witnessing. Ashley is back in Abbott Mansion, Hamilton family's warm reunion. Over with Ashley Abbott, she'll be back to attend the wedding too. The preview will reveal Ashley telling Jack Abbott that she didn't think she could ever make a comeback. Jack will bring her to the Abbott Mansion and will insist she need not worry, as she's home now, surrounded by her loved ones. This homecoming will bring some joy and happiness for Ashley as she overcomes her mental health struggles after a long time. Other important returns to town to mark the occasion will include Harmony aka Young&The Hamilton and Anna Hamilton. The week will feature the debut of actress Cheen Lawson, who will reprise the role of Harmony, Diane's biological mother. Meanwhile, Lauren Lott will be back in town as Anna Hamilton, Diane's half-sister. The preview video reveals a warm reunion of the Hamilton family, as Harmony and Anna visit Devin and share greetings and hugs. Meanwhile, Nate Hastings and Lily Winters will be there too during their meeting at GCAC. The Young and the Restless preview for the week of November 11 to 15, 2024 reveals that characters are in the mood to celebrate and enjoy as Abby and Diane's festivities begin soon. Are you excited for the occasion? Do share in the comments. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest a thrilling week ahead. The week of November 11 to 15, 2024 feature a wedding celebration and some exciting events on the series with special guests and surprises to mark the occasion. It will also celebrate its 13,000th episode this week, so look forward for high-voltage drama and suspense. To see what the celebratory week will look, stay tuned till the end. Abby weds Diane on her birthday. The week of November 11 to 15 will host a grand celebration on Y&R, as regular viewers know that November 13 is Abby Newman Abbott's birthday. Now, Abby doesn't think there is a better way to celebrate than tying a knot with the man she loves, so Devin and Abby will move forward with their wedding celebration. 13th of November won't only have a birthday and a wedding event, but it will also mark the milestone of the show's 13,000th episode. This huge Y&R success calls for a big celebration, so the week will feature some familiar faces returning and more hints related to the upcoming storyline, which you won't want to miss for sure. Abby and Divan's union will bring many characters under one roof, which will be nice to witness on why, and are some of them include Harmony aka Young&The Hamilton, Anna Hamilton, Ashley Abbott, and Jill Abbott, all coming to bless the couple. Diane confronts Kyle at the reception. Although their wedding ceremony will likely go off without any drama and tension, fans should know this is a soap wedding, so drama has to happen. As per the spoilers, many characters will face drama during the reception, starting with Diane. Diane Jenkins Abbott will burst on her son as she confronts Kyle Abbott and cause a scene. All of this will also affect the wedding date Kyle is enjoying with Claire. Many people will witness this face-off, including Victor Newman, Cole Howard, Ashley Abbott, Jack Abbott, and Victor Newman. They will all be concerned about all of it. However, it looks like drama might work in Diane's favor, as she'll be able to prove her determination to destroy Kyle and Jack. In fact, she will secretly meet with Victor Newman, away from everyone's eyes. Though it won't be enough to gain his trust, she will need to prove her loyalty towards him as well, but this could be a start. Victoria and Billy face off. Summer gets a strange call. Victoria and Billy will have a tough face-off. The two of them will tear each other apart, and Billy will land on Victoria's bad side. Meanwhile, Summer Newman will receive an unsettling phone call that could ruin her fun at the reception party. Could it be related to Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s arrest, or is it about Phyllis Summers causing more ruckus? Well, it could also be about Harrison Abbott. We will have to tune in to know. Alina returns to Genoa City. Nate searches for Damien. The week could also mark the return of Elena Dawson, who is expected to return soon. It will be interesting to see what chaos she brings, as she interacts with a few key characters in town after her return in Genoa City. Meanwhile, Nate Hastings could be planning to look for his half-brother Damien. But first, he'll need to confirm how true Amy Lewis' claims are. He will first go for DNA test of the samples she has provided. If Nate finds solid proof, he then will pursue his search for Damien. But that could lead to even more shocking revelations for him in the following episodes. Sharon and Phyllis feud escalates. As for Phyllis Summers, she will continue her search for evidence against Sharon Newman. She is sure and has openly claimed that Sharon is the person guilty for Heather's murder and framing Daniel. So she will cause more chaos there. Although Sharon has a restraining order against Phyllis to stop her, but will she wait for Phyllis to stop? We will have to wait to know. Their feud is set to escalate into a major catastrophe, pulling Nick Newman into yet another critical situation. How will he get out of it? The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that this week will be chaotic as well as phenomenal, especially with the show reaching at a significant milestone. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal a preview clip has been released for the week of November 11, 2024. It shows Abby Newman Abbott and Divan Hamilton Winter's wedding day. Anna Hamilton and Yolanda Harmony Hamilton arrive for the nuptials. Also, Ashley Abbott reunites with Jack Abbott. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Abby Newman Abbott's wedding. Y&R spoilers for the week of November 11 reveal that the preview clip centers around Abby and Devon's wedding. At first, Abby was worried marrying Devon would ruin everything. Then, Abby told Devon she wouldn't get married unless her mother could be there. Thankfully, Ashley does return for the nuptials. Then, there was a problem with Abby's wedding dress, which led to Sally Spectra saving the day. As for the venue, there was a problem, and Victor Newman took control. Y&R spoilers, wedding reunions. As Devon and Abby prepare for their big day, everyone will gather at the newly renovated Newman Ranch, which Sharon Newman burnt down years ago. Victor surprised Nikki Newman with having it secretly renovated. Nikki has no idea how Victor planned all of this in secret, but is overjoyed. As everyone oohs and ahs over the renovation, Anna and Harmony embrace Devon. Anna says to Devin in the preview clip, "There he is, my handsome brother. Are you ready for this?" The Young and the Restless spoilers, Ashley Abbott's return. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of November 11 reveal that the preview clip also confirms Ashley's return. As fans know, Ashley has been in a mental health facility in Paris undergoing treatment for dissociative identity disorder. It is also teased that Jill Abbott will be showing up for the wedding. This will actually be in person and not through video chat. In fact, the very first scene in the preview clip shows Victor greeting Jill in his office. It seems that Victor summoned her. Jill tells Victor that he knows she doesn't like to be kept waiting. However, Jill's body language also suggests that she's optimistic about this meeting and not dreading it. Y&R spoilers, week of November 11, 2024. During the week of November 11, fans can also expect Ashley to have a heart-to-heart with Jack. Ashley tells Jack, "I wasn't sure I was ever going to make it back." Jack assures his sister, "Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You're home now." It seems Ashley might open up, but she still seems slightly off. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of November 11, 2024? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, November 11, reveal that some special guests may start arriving ahead of Devin Hamilton Winters and Abby Newman Abbott's nuptials. Jack Abbott has been off in France collecting Ashley Abbott from the facility she's been in. Ashley was suffering from dissociative identity disorder and needed serious help, but she's doing much better now. Since Ashley's personalities have been integrated and she's responded to treatment so well, it's time for her to rejoin her friends and family back in Genoa City. The timing couldn't be better since Abby wants Ashley to help Victor Newman walk her down the aisle. However, Jack will take Ashley back to the Abbott house first, since the wedding date hasn't arrived just yet. Ashley will get emotional since she previously wasn't certain she'd recover enough for a homecoming. Jack will essentially promise that Ashley's mental health turmoil is behind her and try to ease any lingering worries. At Newman Enterprises, Victor is about to face an office ambush. Jill Abbott will show up early during the week of November 11 to 15 with a stern warning to deliver. Although Victor might try to distract Jill with some talk about her treatments and how she's doing, she'll ultimately put the focus on her company and all his scheming. This isn't Jill's first rodeo when it comes to going up against Victor, so she'll let him know she's not afraid to fight back. If Victor continues going after Billy Abbott and plotting an Abbott Chancellor takeover, Jill may vow to make him regret it. Of course, Jill will also want to check in with Billy at some point and seek updates on the progress he's made with Lily Winters. Billy tried to convince Lily to work together again, but she wasn't receptive to the idea. If Billy can't get his act together and make things right, he could lose the throne he so desperately wants to keep. Jill may light another fire under Billy and push him to restore his partnership with Lily before it's too late. Our Y&R predictions hint that Billy could have a few tricks up his sleeve, so don't miss any sneaky plans and shocking news that might be on the horizon. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy could make some big mistakes if he's not careful. The Young and the Restless spoilers recap for Friday, November 8, reveals that Nikki Newman will marvel over Victor Newman's recreation of the original Newman Ranch home and wonder how he pulled this off. Victor will confess that it took some work to keep construction under wraps, but Nikki will think his efforts were worth it. After Nikki gushes about it being on an even more beautiful part of the property, she'll talk about feeling like she stepped back in time. Since Nikki has missed their old home every day since it burned down, she'll be blown away over this incredible gift. There will be some flashbacks of Nikki's first time at the ranch, along with some memorable moments of her falling in love with Victor. Nikki and Victor will also reflect on the weddings, breakups, and makeups that happened in their first home together. As Victor and Nikki share a toast, they'll look forward to kicking off another chapter in this recreated version. Next on Friday's I&R episode, Victor will round up the family to give them updates on the good news. Victoria Newman and Claire Newman will arrive along with Nick Newman, Abby Newman, and Divin Hamilton Winters. Adam Newman will show up a little late, but he'll also have a chance to see the restored Newman Ranch home for himself. Everyone will be impressed over Victor's surprise for Nikki, but he'll have another surprise for Devin and Abby. Once Victor reveals this is their wedding venue, Abby and Devin will voice their excitement and express their gratitude. Victor will eventually pull Devin aside and assume he's still upset with him over how things went down with Lily Winters. Devin will assure Victor that he's putting his issues on hold until after the wedding. As for Lily's future, Victor will be convinced that Neil Winters would want her working with her family. Devin will agree, but he'll suggest it should be Lily's choice. Regardless, Victor will have a feeling that everything's going to work out for the best. When Abby asks if Devin's sure he's OK with the wedding venue, he'll insist he'd marry her anywhere and point out that it's perfect. Nick will speak with Victor privately and wonder what happens to the other house he's been sharing with Nikki. Although Victor will offer it to Nick and Christian Newman, Nick will think they're pretty happy in the home they're in right now. Nick will suggest Adam should take the house instead, so Victor will admit that's not a bad idea. Adam will acknowledge that Connor Newman would like living there, so he'll agree to give the offer some serious thought. After the gathering concludes, Victor and Nikki will enjoy a little more alone time. Nikki will praise Victor for giving her their home back along with a piece of her life and heart. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Victor and Nikki will be on cloud 9 for now, but our predictions point to more drama happening down the road. Y&R/Sharon spirals into darkness as she plots against Daniel. Sharon Newman is on fire, or rather under fire. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that the character who has become unhinged lately is serving some serious drama. Her psychotic behavior has left fans puzzled and deciphering what on earth could be driving her over the edge. The fallout from her wild choices is rocking Genoa City to its core. We know that Sharon has struggled with bipolar disorder before, but something else is definitely stirring the pot this time. What could it be? Sharon's redemption arc revealed. The Young and the Restless spoilers confirm that Sharon recently took things to another level during the whole murder episode. First, she got rid of Heather Stevens' body, and then framed Daniel Romalotti Jr. for the murder. Mind you, it's the same sweet Sharon who once had everyone's sympathy and is now acting in unimaginable ways. Moreover, the woman has been having blackouts, hallucinations, and hearing weird noises. Could something be medically wrong with her? Some Y&R fans can't help but think it's the brain tumor that's making her do all these horrible things. It's indeed one of the classic soap opera tropes that make it old but never fails to shock. Additionally, brain tumors can cause psychotic episodes, which explains Sharon's disturbing behavior. And let's not forget about those unsettling visions she's been experiencing of Cameron, Kirsten, Heather, and even Nick Newman. But hold up, the plot thickens. Her longtime rival, Phyllis, is convinced Sharon's the one behind Heather's shocking murder. Phyllis even cornered Sharon, hoping she'd crack and confess to the crime. Furthermore, Daniel also makes it his mission to prove his innocence and expose the real killer. Meanwhile, the word on the street suggests that Daisy Carter, Lucy's biological mother, might have offed Heather out of sheer jealousy. Further read, is Diane playing with fire? Read here. Others even whisper about Daisy's mom, Sheila Carter, or Heather's shady ex-boyfriend from Portugal as possible suspects. While there are so many red herrings in play, Sharon's brain tumor angle still holds some weight. No matter what, Sharon's messy situation is far from over. Keep reading Soap Opera Daily for more updates on the Young and the Restless spoilers. Will Sharon's bizarre actions turn out to be symptoms of a serious illness, or is there something else? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. The Young and the Restless for Friday, November 8 reveal that Nikki Newman will have plenty of questions for Victor Newman following her welcome home to the newly recreated Newman Ranch house. They'll leave Nikki struggling to figure out how Victor pulled this off and made the place look so close to the original. Victor will admit this has been a long-term plan of his, so he's been working on the surprise for months without Nikki's knowledge. Since Sharon Newman burned down the original Newman Ranch, set back in 2012, Y&R is offering up a new version of it and letting it be Victor's gift to Nikki. Of course, this will make Nikki forget all about the latest Diane Jenkins Abbott drama and any lingering concerns about Victor's conflict with Jack Abbott. Instead, Nikki will focus on Victor's gorgeous and generous present, so he'll have multiple reasons to be pleased. As for Abby Newman Abbott and Devin Hamilton Winters, they'll finally be able to solve the mystery of where they're getting married. Victor has been secretive about the wedding venue he promised, but it's about to be revealed. Once Devin and Abby get updates on the recreated Newman Ranch home, they'll find out it's where they're going to tie the knot. Victor will let Abby and Devin know he's made all the arrangements, so they should express their gratitude and agree it's perfect. Devin and Abby's guests don't have a firm location on where they're getting married yet, so they should spread the news soon enough. Our predictions point to some surprised and excited reactions as word gets around town. Abby and Devin will look forward to sealing the deal on their future after Victor shares this final puzzle piece regarding their ceremony. Finally, will Diane meet up with her secret partner? Based on a cryptic phone conversation, Diane is clearly in cahoots with someone, and that someone could be Jack if they're faking their crumbling marriage. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Diane may push for a strategy session, so stay tuned to see if she brainstorms with Jack. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Sharon Newman supposedly killed Heather Stevens. Not only that, but Sharon planted evidence incriminating Daniel Romalotti. Jr. It's getting more difficult to see how Sharon can earn redemption. So that has fans wondering, did Sharon really kill Heather? Or could there be another twist coming? Michael Fairman TV spoke with Bloom, who had some interesting theories. Keep reading and let's get started. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Heather Stevens' death. Y&R spoilers reveal that Sharon went off her meds and started hallucinating. Sharon saw Cassie Newman, Nick Newman, and Cameron Kirsten. Then, in a wild confrontation, Sharon had a confrontation with Heather. Sharon passed out, and when she woke up, Heather was dead on the floor. Hallucination Cameron urged Sharon to clean up the mess and dump Heather's body in the river. Y&R spoilers, Sharon Newman's cover-up. Heather's body was recovered very quickly. It seems that Heather's body didn't stay in the carpet that Sharon rolled her up in. By the next morning, fishermen had scooped Heather's body up and called the police. As the investigation continued in Heather's death, Sharon kept having to lie and come up with excuses. Then, Sharon planted evidence in Daniel and Heather's penthouse. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s arrest. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Chance Chancellor found bloody towels and Heather's cell phone in the penthouse. Daniel had no way to explain the evidence, but knew for certain he didn't harm Heather. Unfortunately, the district attorney told Chance to arrest Daniel. What is interesting is that Chance hasn't bothered to question Sharon further despite her claims being suspicious. Maybe Chance is doing detective work off the clock that Summer Newman doesn't know about. Daniel usually follows his gut, but is also a man who follows the rules. Y&R spoilers, Vale Bloom interview. Going back to Heather, could she have actually survived? Maybe the police are hoping to sniff out the real killer with this fake out? Maybe Heather really is dead, but Sharon is innocent. Sharon passed out during the murder. So could someone else have come in to kill Heather, then left before Sharon woke up? Vale said. We will have to see what happens, because anything can happen on a soap. Heather could be a good swimmer. We don't know people's perceptions. It'll be really fun to see what happens. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Joshua Morrow talked about his long career on The Young and the Restless and why he's not worried about his character. Joshua Morrow feels overly confident about his role on The Young and the Restless. Joshua Morrow celebrated 30 years on The Young and the Restless. That's a long time for a soap actor. As fans already know, characters can be killed off or recast in a snap. Morrow shared his thoughts about Nick Newman's future in Genoa City. Celebrating 13,000 episodes. Young&R's 13,000th episode is approaching quickly. Morrow spoke to Us Weekly about the show's milestone. The actor doesn't believe Nick Newman will leave town anytime soon. Morrow first took on the role in 1994 and has been part of the show since. Various actors played the iconic role before then. Morrow loves being part of the show and admitted that he's overly confident about Nick's legacy. There will always be a Nick Newman, whether it's me playing him or not, Morrow explained. That is up to me and the show, but Nick will always be around. Morrow isn't concerned about losing his job, but he doesn't want to sound like he's being cocky or arrogant. He doesn't believe that Nick's character has anything to do with him. I don't want to come across that way, but the Newman family is very important, he explained. Nick Newman is here to stay. The actor shifted the conversation to the show's longtime fans, saying he's proud to be a part of them. In February, CBS renewed Y&R for 4 more seasons, extending the show into the 2028 television season. While Morrow is grateful for his job, he admits that it can be stressful at times. The cast has to film things in one take. They have hundreds of lines to study before then. Morrow feels connected to Nick Newman. He has put more of his personality into the character over the years. I make up the rest, meaning I'm just, sort of, interjecting my own personality in it, because nobody knows Nick as well as I do, he added. What are your thoughts on Nick's legacy? Do you agree with Morrow? Let us know in the comment section. Y&R/Eric Braeden urges people to vote. The Young and the Restless is heating up with drama and news both on and off the screen. Nate, who's holding a baby with Elena by his side, is getting a déjà vu from the upcoming drama. Yep, this moment is very similar to how his mother Amy kept a major secret from Nate's father for years. Thankfully, Elena hasn't kept him in the dark. But there's something else that's bugging the fans. Find out. Who's leaving Genoa City? A cozy group shot of the Young and the Restless cast and crew making rounds. However, the burning question is, where's Johnny? Who else might be missing from this family scene? It's none other than Eric Braeden, who has been playing the iconic Victor Newman for ages. Is he retiring? Well, Braeden has recently set the record straight on rumors of his retirement. Celebrating 44 years as Victor, Braeden went live on Facebook to assure fans that he's here to stay in Genoa City. Retire? Never, he declared, squashing any clickbait headlines suggesting otherwise. Moreover, as he approaches his 83rd birthday, Braeden shared his gratitude for being part of Y&R that reaches millions of fans. The CBS soap actor joked that he's not about to start a new profession now. Eric is clearly not only grateful but proud to continue entertaining fans as one of daytime TV's most iconic characters. Furthermore, Braeden took a moment to acknowledge his fellow cast members and the demanding nature of soap acting. He lauded head writer Josh Griffith and the whole Y&R writing team. Braeden noted they have the hardest job in making the storyline magic happen. And he didn't stop there. The soap vet also gave a shout-out to his talented co-stars. These include Melody Thomas Scott, Mark Grossman, Peter Bergman, and Amelia Heinel. We get you, Eric. It's not a cakewalk to handle endless pages of dialogue with barely a day to prepare. Braeden recently posted a selfie that made waves on social media. He took a quick break with Louis and our beauties Melissa Ordway-Gaston and Allison Lanier. The caption reads, "A little break in a long day with two beautiful and damn good actresses." Wow, there's literally no shortage of chemistry among this amazing cast. Don't you think? So, now worries folks as Brayden is in it for the long haul. In the meantime, keep reading Soap Opera Daily for more updates on The Young and the Restless. Sleep well because the Newmans aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Young and the Restless next week spoilers tell us Victor Newman is in for a shock during the week of November 11 to 15, 2024. On My and Our check out the latest spoilers for the CBS soap opera. Young and the Restless next week spoilers. Victor Newman gets unexpected visitor. Next week, on Young and the Restless, Victor Newman walks into his office to see someone waiting for him. It's Jill Abbott, and he greets her with, "Well, hello." Then she tells him he should know she doesn't like to be kept waiting. Jill Abbott is in town for Abby Newman and Devon Hamilton's wedding. But it's a surprise that she's waiting on Victor for something. After all, he's trying to destroy her son, Billy Abbott. So there's a chance that they are working together to reach a common goal. If so, it's still a mystery as to what that is on Young and the Restless. Victor is trying to get his hands on Abbott Chancellor and have his wife, Nikki Newman, run it. Indeed, it will be interesting to see what those two are up to. Lie and Our spoilers. Ashley Abbott comes home. While Jill Abbott pops up on Victor Newman, Ashley Abbott is home at last. She's been at a treatment center in Paris for months getting help for her dissociative identity disorder. She has been making great progress on Young and the Restless. So she's able to come home for her daughter, Abby Newman's wedding to Devon Hamilton. And it looks like she is home for good. Next week, she tells her brother, Jack Abbott, that she wasn't sure she was ever going to make it back. He tells her she does not have to worry about that anymore because she's home now. He looks great, and it seems like she's sticking around. Young and the Restless spoilers next week. Devon gets wedding surprise. Meanwhile, on My and Our, Devon gets a happy surprise when his mom, Yolanda Harmony Hamilton, shows up for his wedding. With her is his sister, Anna Hamilton. Indeed, Devon is ecstatic that they can be there for his big day. However, the wedding won't be without drama. Diane Jenkins shows up uninvited and causes chaos on Young and the Restless. Her estranged husband, Jack, and their son, Kyle Abbott, are furious that she is there. My and Our is full of surprises. Don't miss a minute to see if Victor Newman's teaming up with Jill on the CBS daytime drama. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, November 8 tease that the powerful multi-hyphenate couple Abby Newman Abbott and Devon Hamilton Winters discover where they're getting married. Victor Newman has arranged for them to marry at the secretly recreated Newman Ranch home. Big Papi has made all the arrangements, all they have to do is say thank you. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Victor's arranged marriage. Devon and Abby's guests are not in on the surprise location. Let's hope they find out soon. How will they react knowing they are invited to the amazing new Newman Ranch? I and Our spoilers. Diane is in cahoots. Elsewhere, Diane Jenkins Abbott's mysterious phone conversation indicates that she is scheming with someone equally talented. How many think it is her husband Jack Abbott? Explosive show spoilers show that Diane wants to meet in person. So all will be revealed to the audience soon as to who her cohort is. Could it be Tucker McCall? The Young and the Restless spoilers, Nikki's surprise. Meanwhile, Nikki Newman is stunned when Victor unveils the newly recreated Newman Ranch house. How did Victor manage to recreate the structure that Sharon Newman incinerated in 2012? He's been working on it for a while now, in secret. It's his gift to Nikki, and he pulled out all the stops to make it look just like the original. Oh, who else thinks this is the perfect opportunity for Ludi Sharon to re-burn down the recreation? Victor's secret goes up in flames? Somehow Victor has had this renovation going on for months, with Nikki being none the wiser. The brand new house goes a long way toward making Nikki forget about the nasty business with Diane and her worry over Victor ruining Jebat, Jack Abbott, and Billy Abbott. Just as Victor planned, Nikki is agog at the lavish home and so grateful to Victor for having given her such a magnificent present. What could go wrong? Everything, since it's a November Sweeps Friday cliffhanger episode, and you defiantly don't want to miss it. Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that something doesn't seem right about Sharon Newman. She's had bipolar episodes in the past, but nothing as extreme as what she's experienced lately. Her involvement in Heather Stevens' demise and her framing of Daniel Romalotti has been extreme. Many fans have been buzzing online that Sharon could have a brain tumor. After all, her actions and symptoms align with this condition. Plus, something of this nature is exactly what could help redeem her character. Sharon has crossed way too many lines at this point, so writers need to dig deep to find something that will pull her out of the trenches. Could this also involve a near-death experience? What would happen if Phyllis Summers was present when this happened? The Young and the Restless spoilers. Phyllis Summers wants Sharon Newman to crack. Y&R spoilers reveal that it'll be challenging for Chance Chancellor to nail Sharon over Heather Stevens' murder. After all, there's a good chance she didn't do it, so there'd be no evidence to find, right? As usual, Phyllis is acting over the top in hopes of cracking Sharon and getting her to spill. Red believes in her heart of hearts that Sharon is behind Heather's demise. She's not exactly wrong there, and she is on the right track. However, there's so much more story that Phyllis doesn't realize. She's been acting like a mad woman trying to get Sharon to confess. But what if she lands in the wrong place/wrong time situation? What if Phyllis gets Sharon alone and starts drilling her in hopes she'll confess, but something goes very wrong? Sharon has been known to have blackouts and dizzy spells lately. If she has a brain tumor, could Phyllis press Sharon until she faints or lands in a coma? Y&R spoilers. Sharon Newman's near-death experience. What if Sharon has a medical emergency during her confrontation with Phyllis? While Summer Newman and Daniel Romalotti are starting to suspect Sharon is guilty, Chance and Nick Newman seem to believe Phyllis's feud with Sharon is the driving factor behind her accusations. How bad would things look for Phyllis if Sharon lands unconscious? Could Phyllis be blamed for this? Will the truth about Heather's passing finally come out? Share your thoughts below. The Young and the Restless Y&R spoilers reveal that Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, may be on the verge of a major career change. Although Billy has been working hard to preserve his role at Abbott Chancellor, things may not work out like he wants. If Billy ultimately gets forced out or quits, he may have to make lemonade out of lemons. Maybe this could lead to Billy finding something else to get passionate about. Billy doesn't usually stick with one project for too long anyway, so it's honestly about time for him to do something different. That's especially true now that Billy and Sally Spectra are growing closer. Sally and Billy seem to inspire each other, so maybe they could become a power duo as their romance heats up. Although Billy and Sally aren't an official couple yet, he may make her his girlfriend eventually. If Billy goes all in with Sally, then he's going to be committed to helping her career thrive. Abby Newman Abbott was impressed when she saw the design Sally came up with for her rushed wedding dress. It led to Abby suggesting that Sally should strike out on her own again, so maybe that was a hint about what's ahead. Sally has been busy helping design the new Marchetti's The line, but she still has to report to Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, and go along with her decisions. Summer gets the final say, so Sally may end up feeling stifled creatively if she sticks with that. Maybe Billy could come with a fashion brand proposal for Sally down the road. Billy might fund Sally's newest venture and help her create a brand that's all her own, one where she doesn't have to answer to Summer or anyone else. Of course, this would give Billy something new to focus on as well. Billy might vow to help make Sally's dream a reality and work behind the scenes on all the details. Sally has had other fashion ventures that failed, and her interior design firm was a bust, too. It's easy to see how Sally might have reservations about Billy's pitch, especially since mixing business with pleasure can be risky. Nevertheless, Billy might sell Sally on the idea that they can be an unstoppable team. Sally might get on board and fall hard for Billy as they get the ball rolling on all this. Our and our predictions point to Sally and Billy getting some career reboots sooner or later, so stay tuned for updates on whether they'll join forces. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy and Sally could take a gamble together, so we'll see if this brings good news for them both. Young and Restless fans had a hunch that there was more to the twist in Diane's story than met the eye, and they were correct. It's clear that the devious Diane is colluding with someone, but who? Keep reading. When Jack and Diane began having epic and very public spats, Young and Restless fans quickly began to wonder if they were putting it all on for show. For whose benefit? Why, Victor's, of course. Lulling the mustache into a false sense of security by having him believe his plan to ruin Jack's life was working might throw him off of his game. But developments after the fact threw that theory into question somewhat. Diane was fired from Jabba and moved out of the Abbott manse. Pretty extreme measures for a ruse. Diane and Kyle have battled publicly, and her plot to get him fired from Glissade was exposed by Victor in his latest maneuver, which very obviously threw Diane for a loop. Going back to her suite at the club, Diane made a cryptic phone call to someone unknown and told them, "We have a problem," and that things were not turning out the way they planned. It could have been Jack she was speaking to, but there are other, more shocking possibilities. It all comes down to what Diane's true agenda is. If she's working with Jack to beat Victor at his own game and reunite their family, that's one thing. However, if Diane is truly, as even Tracy believes, out for herself and wants Glissade, then she could be working with the only other person in town who has the same goal. Asterisk drumroll please asterisk. Audra Charles. This would be shocking given that Diane has historically had nothing but utter contempt for her son's former bed partner. But no one wants Kyle fired more than the ousted ex-CEO, which is exactly what Diane asked Victor to do. Audra has also told Nate she's bent and determined to fight to get back what's hers. But Audra's not the only possibility. Unfortunately for Diane and her mystery partner, Victor turned the tables on her by exposing her to Kyle. This was clearly not in the plan. Diane obviously didn't intend for Kyle to know that she was behind his would-be firing, which suggests that either A, she is colluding with Jack, or B, it presented an unforeseen setback in a plan to take over Glissade. If Diane had been able to convince Victor to hand over the reins of the cosmetics company to her to hurt Jack, he'd have had no more use for it. Meaning another investor could swoop in and join Diane. Who do we know with that kind of money and that kind of interest in Glissade? Why none other than gone but never forgotten Tucker McCall. That's who. Diane and Tucker worked together in the past in Los Angeles, and it was he who helped spring her back from the dead return on the Abbotts. With his son Devin getting married next week, it would be a timely return for the beleaguered businessman and father. He may even be the big shock that will rock Dabby's wedding, as his unscheduled arrival would certainly stir the pot, what with Ashley back and the bride hating his guts. Let us know who you think Diane is colluding with by posting in the comment section below. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that the show's been featuring some of the kids a bit more often lately. However, there's one soap child who remains noticeably absent from the canvas, and that's Christian Newman. Although Christian still lives in Genoa City, he hasn't been seen on screen in years. It's been way too long since fans have caught a glimpse of Christian, so maybe it's time for Y&R to change that. It's honestly rare for anyone to even mention Christian, but Nick Newman did bring up his name during a conversation with Victor Newman in the November 7 episode. Since Christian is barely acknowledged on the show, it's always surprising when viewers get a reminder that he exists. Considering how much airtime Connor Newman has gotten in recent months, perhaps something needs to change regarding Christian. Nick and Adam are on much better terms these days, so we can think of a new Christian-related storyline that might shake things up. Christian is being raised by his uncle, but he calls Nick Dad and considers him to be his father in every way that counts. That's how Adam wanted it early on, but there was eventually some custody drama since Christian is his biological son. Adam also spilled the beans to Christian about his paternity, but Christian was too young to really grasp that knowledge at the time. Flash forward to now, and maybe Christian is getting old enough to ask questions. Christian has presumably been watching Connor bond with his half-brother, Johnny Abbott, so he might be feeling left out. Connor is Christian's half-brother too, so what if Christian wants to bond in that way and get to know Adam better as well? If Christian starts latching onto Adam at some point, it could leave Nick feeling like his role as a father figure is being threatened. It could cause some issues for Nick and Adam, so we could get some soapy family problems out of all this. Adam wouldn't try to replace Nick in Christian's life, but it could still be tough for Nick to watch him connect with his bio dad. Whatever the case, Christian has been missing for what feels like forever, so we'll bring you more predictions on any storylines that might put him back on screen. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Adam and Nick's brother feud will inevitably come back around sooner or later, so stay tuned for updates on any bad news that might be brewing. Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that Sharon Newman has not been acting like herself lately. From covering up Heather Stevens' demise to framing Daniel Romalotti and still not coming forward to the police, despite the chaos she sees she's causing. While it's likely Sharon did not murder Heather, this does not wipe away the horrible things she has done to date. How will I and our writers secure the redemption of this fan-favorite character? And what is the storyline's endgame? Why and our spoilers? Does Sharon Newman have a brain tumor? My and our spoilers reveal that fans aren't only worried about redemption. They're worried about Sharon heading to jail or getting committed. Still, things aren't adding up in this storyline. Even when Sharon's had bipolar episodes in the past, she's never gone to the extremes she has as of late. After all, she dumped Heather's lifeless body into a river for goodness sake. It also doesn't seem like being on the wrong meds would cause her to do the things she's done. Could the Y and R go the route of a brain tumor route? It wouldn't be the first time this has happened. For fans that recall when JT Hellstrom returned in 2017 and was acting violent and strange, he was later diagnosed with a brain tumor and got back to normal. Will Sharon end up with the same fate? Y and R spoilers. The symptoms are there. Sharon has had dizzy spells, blackouts, headaches, and hallucinations, which are all symptoms of a brain tumor. Simply her actions and how she is rationalizing things could point to this condition. As it stands, if and when the truth comes out, even if she's not behind Heather's murder, Nick Newman and the rest of her family would find it hard to forgive Sharon for what she's done. Still, it wouldn't be hard to forgive her if she had a brain tumor condition. How will Sharon redeem herself after all this? Share your thoughts below. The Young and the Restless spoilers document that Phyllis Summers knows Sharon Newman better than anyone else. Not quite. Sharon's children know her more deeply, and Nick Newman probably knows his ex-wife and the mother of two of his children best. But Phyllis implies she knows how to get under Sharon's skin better than anyone else. The above is arguably true based on their bitter rivalry that began when Cassie Newman died. That tragedy resonates through today and was spurned by her fixation on Daniel Romalotti. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Lucy Romalotti angle was played. One debatable aspect of the current storyline saw an inversion of Cassie's connection to Daniel. My and R's writing staff decided to have Lucy Romalotti become obsessed with Faith Newman, which was necessary. Sharon became unnerved through a process that included seeing Daniel's daughter eventually cause Faith to have a car accident. The similarities to Cassie choosing to drive Daniel home, which led to a car accident, were evident. So the angle was played with Sharon's daughter and Daniel's daughter becoming a storyline driver. Case's character had the impetus to confront Heather Stevens, and the apparent accidental murder, disposal of her body, the cover of those crimes, and the frame of Daniel developed. My and R spoilers. Phyllis Summers is down, but fighting. Phyllis is the phoenix, as viewers who recall her run as a partner and then sole proprietor of the Grand Phoenix Hotel recall. Along with Case and Morrow, Stafford debuted in 1994. That 30-year marker was momentous for his classic soap opera, with those three actors dramatically impacting the cast to this day. Phyllis' obsession with Danny Romalotti led to her convincing him that he was Daniel's father. So, despising Sharon has everything to do with Case's character being held in much higher esteem by others in Genoa City, Wisconsin, even though both ladies have many misdeeds in their backstories. Sharon is perceived as guilty of killing Heather and all that followed. After losing her job at Abbott Chancellor, Phyllis has time to save her son and plans to prove GC Society wrong about Sharon once and for all. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Sharon Newman reveals herself. Sharon is her own greatest enemy at this point. She has gotten away with literal murder and the crimes that followed, which include framing Daniel for the crimes she committed. Even Cameron Kirsten's projection has recently been banished, with the kindly Nick Mirage replacing him. But that is the calm before the soapy storm. Phyllis may be arrested if Sharon's restraining order goes into effect and is broken and enforced. Yet, every fan who knows Case's epic alter ego across these 30 years knows that Sharon remains on the verge of revealing herself in any episode, and must be found out as part of whatever the final climax and ending will be.